Nigeria and United States security cooperation dismantle terrorist targets. Plus, an in-depth review of the socio-economic impact of diasporans' homecoming in Yuletide. Good afternoon and welcome to Panorama, reaching you live from the Nigerian Television Authority, NTA Benin Network Center. I am Obehi Otobo Aprasai. The federal government has confirmed airstrikes on terrorist targets in the northwest of the country. Minister of Foreign Affairs Yusuf Toga, in a statement, disclosed that Nigeria is engaged in structural security cooperation with international partners, including the United States, to tackle terrorism and violent extremism. Yusuf Toga explained that this has led to precision hits on terrorist targets by airstrikes in northwest, irrespective of faith or ethnicity. Toga recalled that the United States government had earlier confirmed it would send additional support to boost surveillance, security operations, and counter-terror efforts in the north part of Nigeria, in line with established bilateral understanding that includes exchange of intelligence, strategic coordination, and other forms of support consistent with shared commitment to regional and global security. The minister pointed out that airstrikes was following President Donald Trump's order on Thursday of the United States airstrikes against ISIS militants operating in the northwest of Nigeria, guided by international laws. He said the federal government will continue to work closely with its partners and pledge to keep the public informed through official channels. And now to the legislature. The clerk of the National Assembly has been directed to re-gazette the certified true copies of the tax reform laws as passed by the Senate and the House of Representatives. House spokesman Akin Rotimi says the directive emanates from the leadership of the National Assembly to authenticate the laws, following recent allegations and public commentary that the tax laws published in the official gazette vary in content from the harmonized bills passed by both chambers and assented to by the President. Rotimi explains that the House of Representatives has already constituted a 7-man ad hoc committee to investigate the alleged discrepancies in the tax laws. The 4 new tax laws are the Nigerian Tax Act 2025, the Nigerian Tax Administration Act 2025, the Joint Revenue Board of Nigeria Established Act 2025, and the Nigeria Revenue Service Establishment Act 2025. Kannywood actors, media practitioners, and social media influencers have converged on Kano to highlight the impact of federal government intervention across northern Nigeria. The engagements spotlight key development projects of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's led administration, which encouraging sustained public support for ongoing national programs. Anwar Salisu reports.
The notable figures from Kannywood, media professionals and digital influencers who shared perspectives on how federal government projects are gradually transforming communities across northern Nigeria. Speakers highlighted interventions in health, education, roads and security, with special mention of projects in Kano and surrounding states.
Key roads across the north are also receiving focused attention from the President, including the Bauchi to Gombe Road, the Nasarawa Abuja routes, the Gashua to Potterscombe Road, and the Gembu to Cameroon border.
They emphasized the importance of public awareness and called on citizens to support and monitor these initiatives for greater impact. The engagement also serves as a platform to encourage accurate information sharing and promote national unity through constructive dialogue on development. In Kano, Awal Salisu, NTA News.
Of Edo State, Senator Monday Okpebholo has extended warm greetings to the people of Edo State as Christians across the state, Nigeria and the world celebrate the birth of Jesus Christ. A statement by the Chief Press Secretary, Dr. Patrick Ebojele, says Okpebholo described the season as a period of love, sacrifice, peace and renewed hope, urging Edo people to reflect on the enduring values of selflessness, unity and compassion which the birth of Christ represents. The governor notes that Christmas offers an opportunity for families and communities to come together in harmony, while also reaching out to the less privileged and vulnerable members of society, while urging Edo people to use the festive period to promote peaceful coexistence, mutual respect and tolerance across religious and ethnic lines. He expresses gratitude for the continued support, cooperation and patience of the people as his administration works tirelessly to deliver good governance and sustainable development across all sectors. To the SHINE agenda aimed at improving security, infrastructure, healthcare, education and economic opportunities for all citizens, the governor reaffirms his commitment while urging residents to celebrate bearing safety in mind. The seasonal homecoming during the festive period tends to offer opportunities to Nigerians living in diaspora to unite and reconnect with family and friends. It also presents a window to invest and explore the country in what is now popularly referred to as Dirty December. In this report, Jude Abuku takes a look at the impact of diasporans' homecoming during festive season.
Nigerians are among the most widely traveled people in the world, as there is almost no part of the globe where one cannot find Nigerians. However, one unique thing about Nigerians is that no matter the length and breadth of their sojourns, they remain connected to their roots and identity. This is why most Nigerians in diaspora often defy distance, exorbitant airfare and other financial burdens to visit the country during the festive seasons.
Before this period, money is sent home by our children abroad to support families back home to prepare for Christmas, to prepare for Igwe festival and whatever other festival is happening anywhere across the land. This is a massive boost to the economy, so it helps to ginger the market, helps to stimulate the market.
This also contributes to family bonding, family unity, and it also helps, in Nigeria's development of its tourism sector.
During their period, they take some certain responsibilities, like building their houses, empowering members of the family.
Respondents, however, noted that there are some negative impact of diaspora's homecoming during the festive seasons.
Moving recklessly, unguardedly will mean something else. So that they should be careful.
The government should help to give us better security, better social amenities. This will encourage more people to come in to celebrate with us. And penultimately, I'm hoping that at some point our children will come home to permanently settle in Nigeria to help to grow the economy to become better for us.
The Nigerians in Diaspora Commission reported that in 2024, Nigerians in diaspora spent over 60 billion naira in the country during December. A Federal Airport Authority of Nigeria's report also indicates that in 2023, the nation recorded over 1.3 million international arrivals during the December festive season. In Benin, Jude Abugu, NTA News.
To discuss more on the impact of diasporans' returns during the holidays and even beyond, we have here live in the studio with us the Functioning Director, Administration, Edo State Diaspora and Agency, Jackson Omoragbo. Mr. Jackson, you're welcome to Panorama.
Thank you.
And so, we'd like to discuss, that last report talked about the socio-economic impact of the diasporans. So in your view, what are the primary financial contributions of diasporans, beyond just, coming during the Yuletide period?
Okay. Just like you rightly said, primarily what has been the practice over the years has been, remittances to family, household, and all of that. But beyond that, we have what they call, social remittances and investment. That is basically what you can talk about when you talk about diaspora remittances. For social remittances, you talk about the skills. And, skills, you talk about, capital assets, those intangible assets like skills, behavior from the diaspora, to their respective communities and, people at home. And as a matter of fact, this agency has recorded, considerable, cases of such remittances, social remittances to, communities within Edo State here.
Can you elaborate on some of that, those impacts?
Okay, so
the agency has recorded.
Exactly, like you said besides the primary financial remittances, the social remittances that I talked about, for instance, about 3 months ago, there was a commissioning of a police post at the Oza community. And this was actually done by diasporans. And we have another one at Palm Villa within the Hueniro, which was also done by diaspora. We have, dialysis and diagnostic center, that will soon be commissioned here in Edo State. So these are kind of social remittances that goes beyond just the financial remittances. And
so what impact do their homecoming also have in families now and community? We know that in Edo State we have some cultural events that usually take place during this Yuletide period. And so what's their contribution also to family and community, especially as it has to do with culture?
Yes, that is very huge. As a matter of fact, it has been the practice all these years. It is very huge, but before I respond to that, I think what the current government is trying to do is to have a kind of a change to that particular thinking, that remittances should not just be about transforming families and communities alone. It should go beyond transforming families and communities. It should be translated into proper investment. By that, the individual diasporans can begin to have, a considerable, stake even in the state. So, yes, to respond to what you just talked about, of course, there are, there are transformations of families. Like the one I talked about in Oza, that's for the community. Then for family, we know that, look, most families in Edo State, I think, let me say 9.5 out of 10 families in Edo State do have, people in the diaspora. So for the money to be spent, that money to be spent in December, in this particular period of time, I think about 99.9% of such money actually came from the diaspora.
So can this, seasonal economic boost, can it be sustained all year round? What is the government doing to sustain it?
Of course. That is exactly what the government is doing through the Edo State Diaspora Agency. Let me quickly just say this. You see, before the inauguration of the Edo State Diaspora Agency in March 2025 this year, so remittances has been haphazardly recorded. Like, I will tell you, if you take a date back to 2017, when the World Bank actually disclosed that into Nigeria, about 22 billion US dollars was being remitted into this very nation. And out of the 22 billion US dollars, about 6 billion was coming directly to Edo State. Okay, and these were primarily into household consumption. So, and in 2024, it stepped up a little bit to about 24 billion US dollars coming to Nigeria and about 7 billion US dollars coming to Edo State. That's about 31% of the national total. So you can see what that is for Edo State. So what this government is trying to do is to redirect, that particular perception of just seeing the diasporans as sources of funds and money. Have them, on collaborations, gainful collaborations and partnership that can help sustain development within the states.
All right. So, is there anything that government can do more, to leverage on diaspora homecoming for national development now?
Of course, a lot of things. Like, for instance, government has recently designed a kind of a framework and policy that will help facilitate that particular collaboration. And, you know, I don't know if you're aware of the recently organized Edo State Global Investment Summit that was held in Scotland. Okay, so this particular framework actually even gave birth to the summit that was done in Scotland. And in the wake of that particular summit, we've had several investors coming, you know, from the diaspora, not just our people alone, but, you know, even the so-called European coming to Edo State to see if they, you know, they can have opportunity to invest here. So a lot is being done. Framework, policy, diaspora policy that will help facilitate that properly.
And so, your last word now. What's your message for diasporans who are looking, you know, to come back not just for the seasonal, you know, visitation, but to invest? Your last word, please.
Yes, of course. A lot is actually being done. Like, if you must also know, we have about 300 plus liaison across the globe. These people are actually contact point for such collaboration. So we are spreading the good news. Edo State is not, you know, business as usual. It's not as it used to be. What you have is an enabling environment now, an enabling system, enabling institutions where you can partner and, you know, and
get your money's worth
exactly
in investment. Thank you very much, Functioning Director, Administration, Edo State Diaspora Agency, Jackson Omaragmo, for joining us here on Panorama to discuss more on the impact of Dirty December, as they say.
Thank you. Thank you.
And so that's it on our discussion segment. We'll take a break now. When we return from that break, Panorama continues. So please stay with us. Staying with the NTA, Boxing Day is synonymous with gift giving. Against this backdrop, Omenka Amarachuku looks at the significance of Boxing Day as it relates to charity works, promoting societal well-being and socio-economic development.
Boxing Day, marked annually on December 26th, has a rich historical background and is observed in many countries worldwide. While the origin of Boxing Day is traced to Europe, some believe it is linked to gifts presented to the infant Jesus by the three wise men.
People misconstrue the thing that is as if you are going to boxing ring. No, I think the concept originated whereby some of the gifts that was received, you know, some of them comes in boxes. You now take time tomorrow to, you know, unravel it and look at what it is.
Today's Boxing Day is the Christmas Boxing Day, that when you unveil the box, the joy of Christmas will fill your heart.
It's not all about eating chicken, buying new clothes or anything, but it's about sharing love.
In Nigeria, the celebration is characterized by gift sharing and reaching out to the needy.
Very significant, a day that we cannot afford to be sad.
When you share, especially you touch the life of the less privileged, at this Yuletide season, you will discover that God will continue to bless you.
It's a good time to share gifts with our loved one.
Overall, Boxing Day is marked by messages of hope, love, and renewed commitment to nation building. In Abuja, Omenka Machuku, NTA News.
Nigerians in Benin are expressing mixed feelings over the Senate's directive to NAFDAC to enforce the ban on production of sachet alcoholic drinks in the country by December 31st. Jude Abugu sought the views of some residents on the development and now reports.
Whenever I wrap up from this my commercial work, getting home, I will take it before betting. So at least in the morning, I will wake up like a newborn baby.
Here is Mr. Godwin Eckert, a commercial bus driver, speaking about his preference for a particular brand of sachet alcohol drinks. His mood suddenly changed the moment he was informed about the planned ban on production of alcoholic drinks in sachet.
All those nature of their life of today is not from this Balemo or even sachet Chelsea, but it's from those high drugs which our government knows about. So they know how they can stop all those things. So it's not about this sachet drinks.
This one, they DJ us. If federal government say, well, kill us, make it kill us. But only what I go beggar, and I go beggar. May leave this 100 and sachet drink for us.
Just like Mr. Eckert, the news did not go down well with sellers of the product in Benin City.
Now they buy because all these ones where they no gain. Now only this one. If I buy like how much now? 1.4. I could see like almost 1,000 something. So and now this I want to leave this market. Wait till I want to the chop.
It's very lucrative in the market, and the people that is buying it, the consumers they are buying it, is very rushed in the market. I don't want them to stop it.
Other residents, however, welcome the development as one that will help to save many lives.
It keep many youth they drink in here. Maybe like both night and daytime. You not come here for night around 2 o'clock. You see them. They see they buy. They see they sell for night.
If you eliminate sachet alcohol in sachet, then you reduce access. Selling them in motor parks, selling them by the roads and corners will now be limited because it will be almost impossible for somebody to pack bottles of beer and be hawking.
Going by the November 6 Senate directive to NAFDAC, these sachet alcoholic drinks will not be available for consumption as from 1st January 2026. In Benin, Jude Abugu, NTA News.
Olumide Eguntola now brings us stories trending in the sporting world.
Second group matches commence Friday at the ongoing Nations Cup in Morocco, with host nation Morocco hoping to pick another 3 points at the expense of their counterpart from Mali. Comoros risk early elimination if the team fails to pick a point in the battle against Zambia. Angola takes on Zimbabwe, while South Africa will lock arms with Egypt. On Saturday, it will be the battles of the Eagles, where Super Eagles of Nigeria take on the Carthage Eagles of Tunisia. The winner of this match will top Group C with 6 points, as the Tanzanians are working towards avoiding defeat in the hands of Uganda. In grassroots football development, 1,000 young footballers in Nigeria are on their pathway to glory after receiving a pair of professional football boots each, courtesy 1,000 Boots Project of City Sports Africa. The young footballers' joy knew no bounds as they queue up to take possession of the boots, which stakeholders described as a stepping stone to develop their careers in football. The initiator of the project, Shola Okpaleye, says the event is extending to other states in Nigeria and beyond.
A lot of them have had dreams for so long, but nobody has put them in the journey to their dreams because they lack the tools. Today the tools have been handed to them, and we are basically saying, may your dreams start now.
I'm so happy I got this. At least it's an encouragement for we youngies to achieve our dreams.
In tennis, Novak Djokovic is heading to Australia, hunting his 25th Grand Slam title. And if he defies the odds and wins in Melbourne once again, what comes next will be at the forefront of his mind. The 38-year-old is seemingly running out of chances to secure the extra Grand Slam title. He needs to move ahead of Margaret Court in the all-time list. With Sports Update, Olumide Eguntola, NTA News.
On Panorama, it reached you live from the Nigerian Television Authority, NTA Benin Network Center. On behalf of the production crew, I say compliments of the season and continue to stay with the NTA.